Hi all. In this session, we are going to learn how we are going to create CI/CD pipeline for an web application deployment. In this session, I am going to show to you guys each and every step from scratch level which are required in order to create CI/CD pipeline for an web application deployment. Here, there are a lot of steps are there. Please be focused on guys. Then you have better understanding how exactly the CI pipeline will be created. So I am going to show to you some pictorial diagram for your reference. Then you will have clear cut understanding how exactly the flow is happening behind the scenario. So assume you are a developer. You are going to develop some kind of code on your local machine. Once you had successfully implemented the code, what you will do? You are going to pull or you are going to push the code from your local machine to the Azure repo. Once you had pushed the code into the Azure repo, what the CI pipeline will do? It is going to pull the code from the Azure repo and it is going to start building of that code. Once the code has been successfully built in the CI pipeline, what it is going to generate? It is going to generate the artifact. So once the artifact has been generated from the CI pipeline, what the CD will do? The continuous delivery pipeline is going to take the input as a artifact from the CI pipeline and it is going to deploy the artifact over the Azure resources or targeted environment. Here in my scenario, I am going to take the target environment as Azure virtual machine. If you want to take, you can take anything. That may be container or that may be Azure App Service, App Service. Whatever the thing you want, you can take. But here in this scenario, I just take Azure virtual machine as the targeted environment. So from the once I host the application over the Azure virtual machine, the end users will be able to access the web application with the help of Azure, means Azure resources. Means finally they can be able to access the Azure virtual machine. So how the process is going on, I am going to show to you. And here I had a developer. I had developed code. So I need to check before pushing the code from my local repo to Azure repo. I need to check whether the code has been successfully built or whether the code has been successfully running or not. So I'm going to open my local code. You have one project. This is my project. It's a kind of sample web application for the lab purpose. I'm going to deploy this code from my local machine to the host, Azure host. So I just open the code which is in my local machine. Just open the local folder and here click on desktop. Where is my web project 1? Select folder. Let us wait for some time. Yes, it has been successfully loaded. So minimize, just click on app.sln, double click on it. Then it is going to show you the code. Is it showing code or not? Yes. If you want to build the code in order to check whether it has been successfully built or not, you have the option here, build. Click on build solution. Check whether the code will be built or not. It is giving me some kind of 5 warnings, but no worries. And if I run the code over the local browser, I'm going to check whether it will be successfully running or not. Just wait a moment guys. So if it is running successfully, what I will do, I am going to deploy the same code over Azure services. I am going to check before pushing the code from my local machine. I am going to check, yes, successfully I can be able to access the web application with the help of my local browser. Fine. I conclude that the code is working fine. So I can start the procedure. Just close it and minimize it. I am going to open the web project 1. The process which you follow in the earlier session, you need to follow the same procedure. Here I am going to create, means just right click and open git bash here. So what is the first command I need to execute? Git init dot indicates current repository. Right now we are in the which repository? Web project 1. This is your current repository, and the first command is in order to initialize the empty GitHub repository. And once it has written, you need to move from working directory to staging directory. Git add dot. So once you have moved to the staging directory, from the staging directory you are going to commit your file. So how you will be committing the file? Git commit -m. You can mention the comment whichever you record. Is a project commit. Enter. And it is going to committing your code. Once your commit has been successfully done, if you observe, all the files will be turned out into the green color, means each and everything is good only. So right now I have the code which is readily available on my local machine. So what I will do, as per the pictorial diagram, I need to push the code from my local machine to the Azure repo. So that's why I'm going to log into the Azure DevOps portal. Open the Chrome browser. Here open dev.azure.com. This is the portal where I am going to push the code. So here you need to focus on repos. So in which, just click on the Azure DevOps. Right now you are in which organization? Dev tester 928. This is the organization where I have the permissions to run the pipelines. If you select any other organization, I don't have the permission. So that's why I am going to create the one of the project in the dev tester 928. If I want, I am going to create CICD pipeline. CICD pipeline. I am going to create one project with the name of CICD pipeline. So as usual, I am going to select the private repository. Version control system as Git, basic work item process. Just click on create. So what will happen? One project will be created with the name CI_CD pipeline. As you know, if you click on records, if you click on repo, by default one repo will be created with the project name. This is CICD_pipeline. Suppose if you want to create new repo, just click on new repo. The name of the repo is repo1 and just click on create. So just now I had created the repo1. So inside of the repo1 there is nothing because of I didn't push any kind of code from here. So just copy the code, means copy the link, go to git bash terminal, and here I'm going to push the code. What is the command? Git push -set -upstream. Paste the link here. This is the repo link. So I'm going to push the code to the repo1. So which branch? By default, what the branch we will get? Master branch. Enter. So if you observe, the code will be pushed to the repo. So you just need to wait for a moment until it has been successfully pushed your code from your local machine to the Azure repo. So it is showing here, it is showing out to here. So based on the size of the project, it is going to take some time. Suppose if the project is very little bit in size, then it is not going to take that much time. Based on the purely size of the project, it is going to take the time, and based on the internet connectivity as well. If you have the good internet connectivity, it is going to push the code with immediate effect, with less speed, with less time. Okay, I think it is not going to take much time. So yes, the code has been successfully pushed. If you want to check the same, go here and go to master branch. Then here you can be able to see the code which has been pushed from the local repo. So go to branches. What is the default branch in the Azure repo? Main branch. If I want to change any branch as a master branch, I need to click on that particular branch. Just click on set as a default branch. Right now I had changed master branch as a default branch. Then what is the next step I will do? I need to create. So observe the pictorial diagram. So right now I have the code. I have the code which is pushed into the Azure repo. From Azure repo, what I will done? I need to create a CI pipeline. So go to pipeline. Where is the pipeline? Here is the pipeline. So in pipeline, just create. You have in pipeline you have two pipelines are there. One is build pipeline. Second one is release pipeline. So right now I need to create the build pipeline. So once the build pipeline succeeded, then only I will go for release pipeline. Just click on the pipelines. Just click on create and click. Earlier we had created the pipeline with the help of YAML script, but right now I am going to create the pipeline with the help of classic editor. So use the classificator. So just select the Azure Repos Git where your code is there. So here my code is in the CI underscore CLM pipeline project, and under the repo one master. Everything is same. Just click on continue, and here you need to select the ASP.NET because of your application has been developed in the ASP.NET. So that's why you just need to select this and click on apply. And here if you want to set any name, project CI, okay, and leave everything default and click on the agent. Here you need to select, so agent pool Azure pipeline and agent specification as Windows 2019. You are going to use the Windows platform in order to build our code. Because of the .NET is a product of Microsoft, you can be able to build the code with the help of Microsoft platform, that is Windows platform. So here each and everything as usual leave as it is. Suppose if you want to change anything, so I'm going to set some kind of timelines, time limits, because of, so based on the time limits, suppose if you're while we are building any code, so by default we know how much time it will take. Suppose if it is taking more than that time, means there is something fishy happening in that code. So in order to avoid that, so I'm going to set some kind of timelines. Within this timelines, if it is completed, then okay, otherwise the build pipeline will be failed. Okay, what you will do, just save and queue and click on save and queue, and build one, I'm going to mention as the comment as build one. So everything is common, just click on save and run. So once you click on save and run, what will happen, the build pipeline will be initiated. It is taking time in order to complete it. In the meanwhile, what I will do, so I am going to create, so portal.azure account, I am going to create one virtual machine. So for that purpose I need to log on to the portal.azure.com. In the meanwhile, so here just right now I am not in the dev.azure.com. Right now I am in the portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com is the website or the portal where I can be able to create the any kind of resources. So let us understand in detail in the upcoming sessions in the virtual machines module. But right now, just simply understand what exactly is going on. Just first, in order to create any kind of resource, first of all, I need to create a resource group. Resource group is like a boundary. So whatever the resource you want, you need to create under the resource group only. Without having the resource group, you can't be able to create any kind of resources. Just I am going to create the resource group with the name RG1. I am going to create in the region East US. Okay, review plus create. So once the resource has been created, what you need to do, you need to go to home, you need to create virtual machine. So guys, I have the pay as you go subscription, so everything is chargeable to me. So I am going to create Azure virtual machine. Okay, then it will be redirected to the page. So here the subscription is pay as you go, means whatever the resource which I had created, I will be chargeable. So I'm going to create the resource group as RG1. Just now I had created. I'm going to name the virtual machine as VM1. It is going to create in East US zone. Availability option, this is the backup options. Like I'm going to select the no infrastructure redundancy is required, and here I'm going to select the standard security type as standard, it's enough, and image is Windows 2000 and data center. I'm going to select with the same, and here come down, and here, so which size you want. So here I'm going to select, so standard DS4 V3 4 virtual CPUs and 16 GB RAM. So okay, fine, this is okay. And here I'm going to select as dev tester 928. This is my email ID. Otherwise, Suneel Cloud IT Tech. This is my username, Suneel Cloud IT Tech, and password is, I'm going to set the password. I need to enter the password again. Yeah, if both passwords are same, then only you will get the green tick mark here. And here I'm going to allow some kind of ports HTTP and HTTPS in order to access, in order to browsing, and RDP for by default Windows machine will be able to take the remote with the help of RDP protocol. So that's why I just enabled RDP protocol as well. Fine, come down, and next coming to disk. So by default it is showing premium SSD. So standard SSD is enough. So based on the things which you had selected, accordingly you will be charged. Okay, it is going to delete with VM and go to network. So here, is there any network is there? So yes, one default network is there. So just click on review plus create. So once it has been reviewed, it has been validated whether the whatever the major things are there, I had mentioned the details or not. So it is going to select some kind of basic. So validation failed basics. Okay, where I had failed. So I need to check. No. Okay, by mistakenly I had enabled it, but it is not required, because of if you are working in any organization, if you have the valid license with you, then you will get some kind of concession in the Azure if you create the resource. But right now it is for purely lab purpose. This is my personal only, and I don't have any valid license available with me, so that's why I just disable that option. So the VM will be created soon. In the meanwhile, I'm going to check whether my build pipeline has been succeeded or not. Yes, successfully it has been succeeded. And here if you observe, one artifact produced. As I already told to you, if my while whenever the build pipeline has been succeeded, it is going to generate the artifact. Artifact is the package of your code, where it is a deployable component. It is going to deploy over the over the Azure services. If you click on here, then it is going to show to you drop. Drop is nothing but it is a kind of artifact. Fine. So successfully artifact has been created. Then what I will do, I am going to create what I will do, I am going to create one deployment group. So here I am going to create one deployment group. Just click on new DG underscore project. This is the deployment I am going to create, DG underscore project. Just click on create. Then it is going to show to you. So use personal authentication. So what is the use of this deployment group here? So why we are going to create the deployment group here? Because of, in order to establish the connection between the dev portal or dev.azure.com and the VM which I had created in the portal.azure.com. How I can be able to establish communication? So with the help of the deployment group, it is going to create some kind of PowerShell script. With the help of this PowerShell script, I can be able to authenticate the dev portal or pipeline to the resources which I am going to create in the portal.azure.com. Just click here, use a personal access token, just copy the script, just leave here and go here. So if you observe in the portal.azure.com, what will happen? So the deployment has been succeeded, means your VM has been created. Just check your VM is running or not. Yes, and this is your public copy of your VM. Suppose right now, just now we had created a VM. Instead of that, we didn't done anything. There is no service has been installed on the top of VM. So what the service we are going to host? IIS, Internet Information Services. With this service only, I can be able to host my web application. Remember guys, this is the one of the important service. Without the IIS service, we can't be able to host our application. And ignore it, just click on connect. I am going to connect, and here it is showing to download RDP file. Just download RDP file. Yes, open, connect. It is asking me to password. So what is the password I had set? I just click on OK. Then yes, click on yes. So I am trying to connect to the virtual machine which I had created just now on my Azure services. Remember guys, as what the name I had set, Suneel Cloud IT Tech. The username is Suneel Cloud IT Tech, password which I had set. So you need to wait for some time until it has been successfully loaded. So until what we are going to do, So we need to connect to the VM first of all. So this is the VM. VM is nothing but a server. So in the server, what the service you want to like? IIS. Is it IIS has been deployed? No. So with the help of the pipeline, I am going to deploy the IIS service as well in on top of this virtual machine or server. So but before doing that, so what I will do, PowerShell, go open PowerShell. Yes, here click on Windows PowerShell. No, not like that. Here just close it, come down, just open the down the server manager. What you will do, type PowerShell here, click on Windows PowerShell, right click, run as administrator. So here you need to paste. What you need to paste? Here you have the script now. Copy the script and go to here and paste here. Right click. So simply press enter. Come down. You will be able to see the Azure pipelines. Here what we are doing, we are going to establish some kind of connection from my dev portal pipeline to the Azure VM. So it is going to take some time in order to establish the pipeline. So you need to be some patient while we creating, because of sometimes it may be taking some time, but surely it will be creating some kind of connection. Here a lot of things are happening. Just please have a look. It is going to connect to the server, it is going to register agent, it is going to scanning for the tool capabilities. So something is going on. So we just need to wait until the connection has been successfully established. It is asking you some kind of questions. Without doing anything, simply press enter, 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 enter. Whatever the things you get, simply you can press enter. Yes, finally started successfully, means we had successfully established the connection from my dev portal to the VM which I had created over the Azure portal. Just minimize the things, and here you need to do another thing. The thing is, you have the successfully created the VM, and at the same time you had get the artifact as well. You had completed the build pipeline by seeing the pictorial diagram. So right now it is there. So what you need to done, you need to create the CD pipeline. So for that, what I need to done, so click on release pipeline, click on new pipeline. Here just close it, and you need to select the artifact, because of what is the input for the CD pipeline? Artifact which has been generated by the CI pipeline. Just click here. Where is your build? What is your build pipeline? Here if you click here, CICD pipeline ASP.NET CI project CI. Here project CI is the build pipeline. So I want the default version latest and source alias. Okay, just click on add. Whatever the build pipeline you had selected, you need to select that particular build pipeline. Accordingly, it is going to pull the artifact from that particular pipeline, from that particular build pipeline. Okay, finally you had added the input to the CD pipeline. So you need to select the stage, means where you want to deploy the artifact over the Azure resources. Here just click on stage. Here you need to select the service IIS. Okay, means internet information service. Here you need to select IIS website deployment. Apply. Here if you observe, one job, two tasks are there. Just click here, and the first stage, okay, you need to select IIS website, and the default website name is, here I am going to deploy Suneel Cloud IT Tech website. So whatever the name you want, you can set accordingly. Okay, so here it is going to set your application name. Here right, you are in the stage 2. Suppose if you want to name as Suneel application release. If you want to name like this for the stage, you can set accordingly. Yes. Okay. The configuration type is IAS website. By default, you can select this like this only, and the action you don't need to disturb. Just leave as it is. Create or update, and here you can set the alternate name, and here you have the binding option is there. Just click on the three dots here, and you are going to, suppose by default it is showing some 80. Suppose if you do not want using the default port, just click on delete and add the new binding. The port number is 81. Okay, and come down here, IS deployment. So here in the IS deployment, it is asking you in which deployment group. So what is the deployment group? The DG underscore project. The where with the help of the DG underscore project, I can make the some kind of communication between the dev portal at the same time the VM which I had created the portal.azure.com. So that's why here you need to select the deployment group, and here as usual in the build pipeline how we can set the time limits for running of the pipeline. In the similar way we can be able to set the time limits. So it is purely based on the size of your project. Some project if it is taking 1 hour, then you need to sell some 1 hour 50 minutes, like as a 50 minutes as a buffer time. So it is purely on your project size. And here additional options, click on allow scripts to user to access the authentication what taken. So here leave as it is. Here click on this. Here come down. Here click on enable IAS, and just let us have a quick look on it whether we need to done anything. So we need to done anything, and here click on IAS deployment. Okay, DG project. Okay, tax is not required. 15. Okay. Here okay, enable IAS. Okay. Then fine. Just click on save and okay, and create release. So here if you want to descript final release, click on create. Then if you see here the release one has been created. If you click on release one, it is going to show to you each and everything. So it is going to take the artifact which has been generated from the CI pipeline as an input, and it is going to deploy over the virtual machine which I had created over the Azure portal. It is going to take some time. Then suppose overview, in VM you have some kind of public IP. Because of without having the public IP, we can't be able to access the VM. Suppose if you paste here, is it showing anything? No, because of no service has been installed yet. So but with the help of the pipeline, what we are going to do, we are going to install the IAS service on top of VM, on top of the IAS server, on top of the IAS service. What is IAS service? In order to host application, IAS stands for Internet Information Service. So it is showing nothing. Okay, so what you'll do, it is going to install the IAS service on top of VM1. On top of IAS service, what it is going to install? It is going to host web application. Once the pipeline, the release pipeline has been succeeded, so then I can be able to access the web application which has been deployed over the VM with the help of the public IP. So we need to wait for some time until this release pipeline has been succeeded. And if you want to check the logs, you can click on the logs, and here one pending is in it's in progress. So go to release, suppose. So just wait a moment until it has been succeeded. So it will take some time, but we need to wait until it has been succeeded. Then only our project will be completed. So in this way, we can be able to create the CI/CD pipeline end to end. Okay guys, hope you guys understood. So please have a look on the diagram. So what we had done, so the code which we had developed in my local machine, I had successfully checked with the help of Visual Studio Code. Once I had concluded the project code is working successful, then I am going to push the code from my local machine to the Azure repo. From the Azure repo, what we will done, we just run the CI pipeline, means build pipeline. So with the help of the build pipeline, we are going to pull the code from the Azure repo, and once the build has been succeeded, it is going to generate the artifact. So whatever the artifact generated by the CI pipeline, it is going to provide as an input to the CD pipeline. So what the CD pipeline will do, it is going to take the artifact as an input, and it is going to deploy the artifact over Azure Virtual Machine IaaS service. So means where we can be able to host our web application. Once the release pipeline has been succeeded, what will happen? The public users with the help of public IP can be able to access my web application wherever you are around the globe. If I live, so with the help of the IP, you can be able to access my application. So in this way, so just a moment, still it is in the process it only. Sometimes it may taken some long time. In the meanwhile, what we will do, we are going to refresh the browser. Otherwise, we need to take it. This will take time, guys. So we need to wait until it has been succeeded. Then only you will know now whether it has been succeeded or not. But trust me, guys, this lab has been taken too much time. But if I cut this into 2 sessions, then you will have some kind of difficulties in order to understand. Continuously, if you hear this class or session, then only you will understand entire CI/CD flow. Otherwise, it will be quite tricky for you. Means what is CI, what is CD, how the process is going on. So it is not worthful. So that's why the entire CI/CD pipeline I am going to take in the one session, even though it is a long session. Trust me, guys, this session will be definitely helpful to you. Please practice from your end as well in order to understand better way. So here I'm going to provide some steps here. So what are the steps which I have followed? I had mentioned in the material as well. You simply need to follow this material, like git commit, how git commit, git add, how we are going to push from your local repo to the server repo, and then once you had pushed, what you need to do. So how you create the CI pipeline with the help of the classic editor. I had mentioned each and everything. So once everything has been done, so how you are going to create the release pipeline, how you create a VM. So each and everything I am going to mention in a material. Then it is definitely helpful for you while practicing from your end as well. So if you got any queries while you are doing some kind of practices from your end, just please refer this document as well. Suppose if you still have the queries, again watch my video, then you will be able to understand what exactly is going on backend. Just click on pipelines. So the CI pipeline has been already succeeded. So as I have only one release pipeline which is still in the progress mode only, maybe it is taking some additional time in order to deploy over VM. So here, so just minimize the PowerShell. So here I'm going to open, here what I will do here, I'm going to open server manager. So here, yes, in order to check the IaaS service has been successfully installed or not. So how I can be able to done. So here I have the, okay, if any new role has been added, it can be replicated here. Still it is not reflected here, means the IaaS service is not yet installed on this mission. So it will take some time, guys. So we need to wait. We can't do anything because of the pipeline is need to install the IaaS service on top of this VM. Once the IaaS service has been installed, on top of the IaaS, it need to install the web application. So I hope the size of the application is a little bit big. So that's why mostly it is taking some time to get it. So in this way, but obviously this is the way how we can be able. So I'm going to, I hope it has been succeeded. Release succeeded, Suneel application. Are you able to see? Yes. Then just otherwise, what you will do, copy it and click on new integrate tab. if there is any cache. Then here it is showing the web application continues to site. Yes. Are you able to see, guys? Yes, successfully I had been able to deploy the code on the top of virtual machine. How it will be running in my local machine, in the similar way it can be able to run the over the VM as well. In this way we can be able to create end-to-end CI/CD pipeline for an web application. Hope you guys understood about this, and thank you so much guys for watching my videos. And at the same time, please subscribe my channel, and if you like my video, please comment, and at the same time please share these videos to your friends as well. I hope that will be definitely useful for them while they are looking to enhance their skills in the Azure DevOps services. And as I told you earlier, if you have the requirement of the material, just please put me your email ID in the comment section. Accordingly, I am going to add your email ID to the Google Classroom. Then you will be able to access my documents. Then it will be definitely helpful for you while doing the practical sessions from your end. Okay guys, and again thank you so much for supporting, and I will meet up you in the next session with a new topic. Until signing off, thank you, bye bye. And one more thing guys, if you are using the some kind of paid subscription, do not forget to delete. So instead of deleting each and every resources, simply what you will do, go to the resource group and you need to delete the resource group. So once you delete the resource group, whatever the resources which are created under that particular resource group, it will be deleted automatically. Okay guys, just click on resource group. Fine. Thank you guys. Bye bye.